Yes, sir. We are back with another edition of Fast Break Bets presented by BettingPros. You know me, you know the voice, you know the guy. It's me, really real, a villain real. Terrell Furman Jr. here at your service. I mean, it was beautiful. It was a beautiful weekend or first day of playoff basketball. Everything we needed to come through came through, and I mean everything. Well, no. Let's not start there because that's not where the day started. Let's go chronological order. The Valkyries' first half plus 7.5 did cash. Thank you to the back door. Then the Dream and the Fever under 159.5 cashed. As that game went under, the Fever, could not score at all throughout the game consistently. And then playoff Cloud, Natasha Cloud goes over 9.5 points. We ladder all the way up to 20 at 18-1, and she scores 23 points. Playoff Cloud. That is playoff Cloud. That is what I'm talking about. That's exactly. Oh, Hannibal, as Hannibal always would say, I love it when a plan comes together. I was 5-4 on the week. Of course, cashing ladder plays that ladder you. 18 points was 10-1, and 20 points was 18-1. Cashed both. That's a really good day, man. That's a really good day. I appreciate days like that. I really do. Okay. And now let's try to repeat that success and have more success in the future. So, no games on a Monday. I'm going to take this day to talk about one of the games that will take place on Tuesday. And then tomorrow I'll talk about the other game. So you'll have to listen to both of these 2 days to get both games. And then we'll go on throughout the week and get through the rest of the playoff games. But before I do that, I have to make sure that everybody knows about the newest sponsor of Fast Break Bets, and that is Hard Rock Bet. Make sure you get over to Hard Rock Bet. They are the only legal sports book in the state of Florida and also available in Arizona, Ohio, New Jersey, Indiana, Tennessee, Virginia, Illinois, and Colorado, and they're always launching more states. So make sure you keep in the know. If you love the casino, you love the hotels, you can get all of that in a sportsbook app on your phone and lock in on a bunch of NFL season-long bets, WNBA bets, all of that over there at Hard Rock Bet. So make sure you go check it out. Plus, if you like the casino, you can do that from your phone too, if you live in New Jersey, that is. So make sure you head over there, sign up for Hard Rock Bet, make a $5 bet, and if that bet wins, you'll get $150 in bonus bets. So head over there, sign up today, and make a deposit with Hard Rock Bet. Whoa. Payable in bonus bets, not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida in Florida. Offered by the Seminole Hard Rock Digital LLC in all other states. Must be 21 or older and physically present in Arizona, Colorado, Florida, Illinois, Indiana, New Jersey, Ohio, Tennessee, or Virginia to play. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling in Florida, call 1-888-ADMIT-IT. In Indiana, if you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-9-WITH-IT. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. All right, let's get into it. I want to talk to you about the Indiana Fever and the Atlanta Dream playing their playoff series. This game is going off in Indiana for game 2. Dream are laying 4 on the road. 157.5 is the total. So let's talk about my general thoughts on the game, and then I'll give you the 2 plays that I made. So general thoughts, I believe that I think that Indiana is live in the game. I think Indiana has a chance to actually force a game 3. I talked about it at length. I think that they are the reason that we have this format, and it's because of the home atmosphere that they provide. And I think that first home game in Indiana, there are a lot of hardcore Indiana Fever fans that were there from the days that they won the championship in 2012. And so I think that they're going to be super excited to have Indiana playoff basketball back in Indiana for the Indiana Fever this time around. So I think it's going to be electric. I think they're going to be able to feed off of it. I think that's going to play into the tempo of the game. It's going to speed the game up, get them moving out in transition, up and down the court, and kind of trying to playing, forcing the Dream to play their game instead of what happened in Atlanta and them playing the Dream game and falling and succumbing to it because they couldn't get any offense consistently. So I think this is a pretty good bounce back spot. However, one thing that I know Indiana's not going to do is I don't think they're going to slow down the Dreams offense. And so while I think Indiana has a bounce back in them to be able to force another game, and I like Indiana +4, I'm going to go with the Atlanta Dream team total over 80.5 because regardless, I think the game does go over. I think it will be in part and due to the Atlanta Dreams offense. Their offense has been so good over the course of the entire season, including on the road. Looking at what the Dream have done the entire season. Sorry, I had the hiccups there. In the entire season, they are, on the road, 14-7-1. 14-7-1 on the road to their team total this season. So it's not just in Atlanta. They go on the road and they've been scoring in majority of these games. You look at what the Indiana defense has done over the course of the season, 13-9 to the opponent's team total. Look, and then we can go break that down to a smaller sample size after the All-Star break. Opponent's team total for the Indiana Fever, they are 5-3 to the opponent's team total, and to the Dream, their team total, they are 5-2-1 to the over of their team total. The Atlanta Dream are. So you got a couple of good over trends. The Fever can't stop teams from scoring, and the Dream love to score on the road here. You look, and then you go and you can dive into this a little bit deeper and just look at the number of 80.5 here for the Atlanta Dream. The Atlanta Dream have gone on the road, played that team total 80.5, and they've been over that in 7 of their last 10 road games. So the points typically come with Atlanta on the road. And it's because other teams try to speed them up and they realize very quickly that the Atlanta Dream don't mind being sped up. In fact, when they have Jordan Canada in the lineup, they actually almost prefer it because Jordan Canada loves to push the pace. And that's just how she kind of plays the point guard position. So she's like, oh, you want to make this a faster game? Okay, we can do that. And we're going to keep up with you. And they've done it over the course of the season numerous of times. And so I think this is going to happen here. I think there is some type of same game parlay situation where, yeah, the Dream score, but Indiana still covers the +4, gets the win outright. But I'm going to just play the Dream team total over. I might get there on Indiana maybe tomorrow. Maybe I feel a different way if I wake up or I hear something or somebody talks me into it. I'm like, no, I like Indiana. Yeah, I should bet them. But give me the Dream team total over 80.5. That's one play. But with all that being said, I'll get to the second play in just a second. But first, I have to remind everybody that you got to get in Discord. If you weren't in Discord earlier today, then you missed out on a couple of Gabby Williams and Jewel Lloyd points props that cashed in that Seattle Storm and Las Vegas Aces game that we dropped in the chat. We were in there chatting it up, bettingpros.com/chat to get into that Discord. It's going to be extra plays. The weekend plays go in there. You'll be able to talk with us in the Fast Break Bets channel like earlier. You can go to the Daily Juice channel. We've got stuff for NFL, MLB, MMA, all the things. And if there's something missing, let me know. I'll make sure we'll get it added for you so you can chat it up in the Betting Pros Discord. Head over to bettingpros.com/chat to get into that Discord. All right, let's talk about the second play that I'm making in this game. That's going to be Kelsey Mitchell. Very simple, very easy. Not going to, break the mold here, but hashtag analysis, Kelsey Mitchell is really, really good at basketball, and they have a really, really hard time of stopping her because, well, she's the only offense for the team. And again, she's really, really good at basketball. And also Kelsey Mitchell is at home, and she plays spectacular here at home. Last 7 home games, she has been over 19.5 points, her points prop. At 5 of the last 7 games, she has been over that prop in all 4 home games that she played versus Atlanta in Indiana over the past 2 seasons. She's had 24, 21, 24, 25. And so, and then she just had a good game in the first playoff game, had 24 points. And so I think this is going to be a spot where, one, she begins to find her three ball in the series and she shoots it a lot better at home. So I think that's going to go and also add into the scoring. But it's just more of just being a pure bucket getter. And she's somebody that's had the ability to lead the league in scoring in the past. And I think that you sit here and you see it every single time she steps on the court. She's trying to will this Indiana team to a win. And if I think Indiana's going to be in the game, definitely, you best believe I think that Kelsey Mitchell is going to be a big part of that. So this is a really good spot for Kelsey Mitchell. I think she's going to be able to go over her 19.5 points. And those are the two plays that I have for you on Tuesday when the playoffs pick back up in the WNBA. Kelsey Mitchell over 19.5 points and the Atlanta Dream Team total over 80.5. With that, I'm at really real __. Make sure you give me a follow on X at BettingPros on X and TikTok at BettingPros NFL on Instagram and YouTube.com/BettingPros. And with that, that is it. I have nothing else to say, nothing else. Do no other way of ending the podcast. Just gonna end it like this. We are out of here.